Because unbuffered stress turns into trauma. And the reason why your inner child needs to do some laughter yoga, because they need a safe space to come out and play. They actually just need a safe space to vocally express some of the things that they have been holding on the inside, because they never had a safe space as a child to express themselves to adults. Your inner child is feeling as if, I'm okay with sitting down, doing some meditation, sitting in silence, but I've been sitting in silence my whole life. Laughter is a really great way to help you release those suppressed memories that just been sitting in your body, that trauma. And when you start laughing and you begin to start crying, that's your inner child releasing. And it's not about ruminating. It's not about holding on to the past, because your past is being presented in your current reality with your daily activities, the way you love, the way you heal, the way you deal, the way you are in relationships with others and yourself. Your inner child is still operating on trauma mode, trauma bonding, living in fight or flight. But the whole time you're trying to sit still and wondering why you are not able to just sit still and be at peace, because your inner child is not at peace. They really want to inhale love and laugh and release. That's a really big step. You can heal a lot through play. Laughter yoga is not about entertainment purposes. It's about allowing yourself to be present in the sacred medicine, emotional alchemy, being able to laugh in places you once cried. Your inner child right now, you operating out here as an adult with an unhealed inner child, going in spaces and places that you still being triggered. That's why you still getting into it with your parents, getting into it with your cousins and relatives and things like that, because your inner child is still holding on to that anger because they haven't had a safe space to let it out and laugh and release. Think about it. You never had a safe space to really talk about how you felt, to talk about the situation that you experienced. And then 9 times out of 10, you were around adults and your childhood that hurt you because your parents or your elders, whoever your care providers were, kept them in your vortex. So you never really had a safe space to be yourself, because you were always on fight or flight. Your subconscious, subconsciously, you was never cool with them being around, but you had to act like it. You had to put a smile on. You had to fake and fawn, act like it was cool, because they tried to make you feel bad for being in your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Or if you was really religious and you was into Christianity, you had to give it to Jesus. So now all of a sudden you done magically gave it away to somebody is no longer there. Cap. Your inner child is like, listen, I want to regulate my nervous system. I want to be safe. I want to play. I want to laugh. I want to heal. And an adult, you was like, damn, I want stronger relationships with myself, better friendships. I want to eat better, heal better. I don't want to keep emotionally eating, stress eating. But at the same time, your inner child is operating all out of just fight or flight. You never sat with yourself to have a regulated nervous system. Think about it. When was the last time you really was able to just laugh and just allow yourself to utilize laughter as medicine without any outside, situations such as comedy, somebody cracking a joke? Laughter is sacred medicine for yourself. That's why it's as within, so without, on a whole new level. Utilizing laughter as a trill modality to assist you to laugh in places you once cried. And that could just be mentally in your mind. Because a lot of times it's just you are ruminating, going back and forth from situation that happened to you as a child in your mind. And then it's playing out into your reality. You ever just been sitting there and all of a sudden you're like, oh, what the fuck? You're like, damn, ain't nobody here in this room but me. It's that internal conversation. And I'm just speaking from experience. I'm so grateful for laughter yoga, because it's not about just clowning. You're not clowning yourself. You're joyful, not a joke. But being able to utilize laughter as sacred medicine, your sacred breath, to breathe life back into yourself. Inner child healing is more than just, coloring, frolicking in the park. You need to get into some laughter yoga wellness. Your inner child need wellness tools and tips to assist your inner adult. Because once you even get to the inner child, what about, your inner teenage years, your inner adolescence, when those repeating patterns started at a very young age? The first 7 years of your life, then you did it from 7 to 14. And then from 14 to 21, you just been on this repeating pattern, this cycle. When was the last time you just really felt pure joy and bliss? I'm so grateful for my clients who allow, the space that I hold to be, that they utilize it to its full capacity, where they're able to really laugh and release. It's non-judgment over here. And that's what I love about what I do. I give people the space that I've never had held for me. And it's so important. Because, and when you are holding space for somebody, you don't need to bring up what you experienced to help them with their experience. You already know what you experienced. Utilize that mentally to assist them. You don't need to have them sit there and listen to what you went through. No, they're telling you because they want you to assist them with the tools that you have gotten through what you experienced. I'm telling you, tap in. Laughter is medicine. It's a modality. We've been told all our lives, laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is the best medicine. Why you think they never taught us? If we knew how we can change our lives, raise our vibration, stress less, help our cardiovascular health, you know what I'm saying, produce a high intake of serotonin, which is your natural antidepressant and mood regulator, all from just within with some gentle chuckles, you with some giggles, with some laughter, with some knee slapping laughter, you know what I'm saying? However you choose to utilize the medicine, it's levels to it. Yes, you're going to start crying because those suppressed memories are coming to the surface to be revealed, healed, laughed, and released. Laughter is such a heightened sense of emotion that you begin to cry. You be like, damn, I thought I was just coming here to get my giggle on. Maybe you crying tears of joy, relief, grief, and then back to joy again. I look forward to laugh with you soon. If you want to laugh and you want to heal, you want to laugh and reveal, book a sesh. Book a sesh. I'm so grateful to hold this type of safe, sacred space facility time intentionally. Laugh and release. Laugh and stay.